Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for joining this video. This is your September monthly reading. If you're a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign in Pisces, this is a video for you. Of course, if you're a cross watcher, maybe you're watching this video for a loved one, a partner, family member, or a dear friend who's Pisces, absolutely stay and watch. And perhaps through this reading, you will be able to provide your friend or your loved family member some useful guidance and advice. Today, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities. Finally, I just want to say a big thank you to all my supporters and all of you guys who have been, constantly, liking and, following me either here or on my official Instagram account. If you like this reading, of course, remember to subscribe to the channel, like and share to the people you love. Now, with all that being said, let's get started, Pisces. First of all, we're going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to find 4 cards from this pile to talk about your general energy, your career, your relationship, as well as your spiritual health. All right, Pisces, are we ready? Let's go. First card you have got is the moon. All right. Second card, which is talking about your career. Okay. Now we have got Orpheus. All right. Love and relationship, we have Pluto. And finally, we're looking for your spiritual health. And the card we have got is Atlanta. Okay. Awesome. Now we're going to pull some extra tarot cards, right? Just to get a little bit extra advice and guidance, right? We're going to use the tarot deck, which is called the Mythic Tarot. This is actually really the very first tarot deck that I bought, back, like 15 years ago. I'm still using this deck these days. As you guys all know, I'm a mythologist, right? So I use a lot of decks and I create decks based on ancient Roman, Greek, right, mythology. So let's have a look, right? We're just going to give it a thorough shuffle. The universe, please give us some divine guidance, please, to all the places. All right, ready? Let's go. For your career advice, we have got Justice. For your love and relationship, we have got 5 of Pentacles. All right. And finally, we have got for your spiritual health, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Very good. Now, to give you a better view, have a look at the picture here. Okay, this is what we're looking at now. Pisces people, I want to start with your love life and relationship actually. But before even we talk about that, let's talk about you. You start your energy with the moon goddess Artemis. In ancient Greek mythology, Artemis was a staunchly independent goddess. Quite different from what we usually think what the moon goddess should be. And of course, there is the feminine, right, the family-oriented part of the moon. For example, there is a goddess in ancient Greek mythology whose name was Selene, and her energy is more towards a softness, right, and the family security part of that. But on this card, we can see there's a fierce female huntress on the card, and her name is Artemis. Her spirit is more talking about you becoming a rebel, or you embracing the part of you that is staunchly independent. I can feel that for some of the Pisces people, right, who's watching this video, you could have been very independent. You could have been very, let's say, working very hard and really feeling responsible and accountable for your own life. I've known a lot of Pisces people actually in my life who are just, even though, they have a very soft spot in them, because, Pisces is a compassionate water sign, but they themselves actually go through a lot of hardships in their own lives, right? So for those of you guys who are Pisces, you're watching this video, you know what I'm talking to you. You have this very gentle soul in you, but perhaps you have been hurt or you have been damaged in the past a lot. And so there could be a part of you that is also kind of like trying to put, on the armor, right, in front of you and saying that, what, I'm not gonna let myself be a victim. of the challenge or the difficult situation or the toxic people around me. The moon goddess in the first house is a very good symbol of that. It's telling you to really defend yourself, to really protect yourself and to set that boundaries, right? Because sometimes, for Pisces people, you have so much compassion and empathy for people around you. You might not set that boundaries very clearly, specifically, let's say when you are younger. And so this moon tells you that believing who you are and protect what is important to you. Now, in relationships, you got Pluto in there. Now, for some of the Pisces people you are watching, I can feel that you have been single for a long time. Pluto in this position is talking about the sense of a detachment that you feel in love. And this could be about you maybe consciously choosing to be single because, again, we don't really trust people easily. Or like what I said earlier, right? We have been hurt in the past by either our ex or just our past experience. Specifically, below that we've got Five of Pentacles. Now, Pisces, as your spiritual guide, I really want to tell you that even though we can protect ourselves, right, from the harmful influence outside there, but you also sometimes have to also be a little bit more open towards people coming into your life. And sometimes, we can't live our life based on what kind of past and history that we had. Otherwise, we will never be able to move forward. What is interesting actually for you guys is that until still until the end of this year, we're still having the transit Saturn in Pisces. And so this is a very important time, right? I mean, once every 28, 29 years, each sign will have Saturn transiting its own area. And so for you guys, right? I mean, this is a hot time. Perhaps you're working extremely hard. Perhaps, it's just not an easy, breezy year for you. A lot of responsibilities, right? You might even feel this need or this reality hitting you saying that if I don't fend for myself, nobody will, right? So this is like that kind of realization that we have to work hard and we have to do everything on our own in order to create a better future. However, when it comes to relationship, I do feel that this is also a time for you to let go of your past, learn your past lessons, but you also need to know how to move forward. Now, I'm not saying that you guys need to go into the dating scene right away, because with this moon, Pluto, and the Five of Pentacles, it does tell me that perhaps this is not the best timing. But I do feel that this could be a very good time for you to kind of reflect on your past journey, right? And do a little bit journaling, just to bring that subconscious, your intuition, your instinct, right? Your embedded emotions, bring that to the conscious level and give it a rinse, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And I think this will really help you move forward and open new chapters. At the end of the day, even though we say I'm fine being alone, yes, I know Pisces, you're fine, but it doesn't mean that that's the best ideal situation, right? So have a little bit faith in having your future partnership. Now, with your work, you go from the moon to Orpheus, which is, I like this energy a lot. Now, Orpheus is actually a legendary musician in Greek mythology. So he represents the energy that is artistic, poetic, creative, right? I mean, you guys are Pisces. I mean, Pisces people are very in tune with this artistic stuff anyway, right? Yoga, meditation, healing, right? Poetry, dancing, all these kind of things. And so with also your spirituality, this could be saying that over the next several weeks, specifically in September for you, you will be able to kind of like incorporate, right, these things into your work. Maybe you're trying to be creative with your work. Maybe you're trying to bring, a little bit more musical stuff, maybe a little bit more holistic stuff, right, into your work zone, into your career. But most importantly, I feel that with this Orpheus, it's also saying that you have such a therapeutic value, right? You provide such amazing therapeutic value through your work anyway. And it doesn't matter what you do. For example, let's say if you are a manager, right? Working in the corporate world, you might be thinking, yeah, but my work has nothing to do with healing and therapy. But this could be saying that this is a month when you need to showcase that healer type of the archetype in you. Perhaps this is time for you to have a very compassionate conversation with your colleague, with your subordinate. If you are working in an industry where you need to deal with people, perhaps this is also the time, instead of just being, very harsh with people, this is time for you to bring out that empathetic part of you, to help people heal, to ask them how they are doing. And sometimes I also feel that through doing that, you will also be able to bring healing to yourself, right? Through communicating in a very compassionate way with the people you work with. Both Artemis and Orpheus sitting in this position is talking about also your talents as well. So I want Pisces people who are watching this video really to believe in your skills and believe in what you're good at doing. You might not be good at doing everything, but you know what is your strength. You know what is your excellence, right? And use that to compete, right, in your industry. Now, the advice card we have got is called Justice. Now, I like this card a lot. Justice is, apart from talking about contract, agreement, commitment, right, that you have for your career. So for some of you, this could literally be about you have just recently got a new job and you are ready to be committed to it. This could also be about being committed to a new project, things like that. But also, I feel with the Justice Athena sitting in this position is really telling you that you will reap what you sow. Again, coming back to the Saturn energy, right? What we said earlier, Saturn transiting your sun sign in Pisces. It's about hard work bringing the result. You reap what you sow, and the universe will not, neglect your hard work. Because Saturn is a god of agriculture in Roman mythology. So you can imagine how agriculture works. You plant the seed, you water it, you fertilize it, you get what you want, right? So the Justice sitting here as an advice for your career is really giving you a reassurance that you are not giving your energy for nothing. You are not working hard for nothing. There is some sweet result at a later stage waiting for you to harvest. All right. Now, with your spiritual world, you have this very pure energy of Pisces. I love this. You have got Atlanta sitting together with Queen of Swords. Actually, in this specific tarot deck, Atlanta is the Queen of Swords. They are the same woman. Okay, if you read the guidebook of a mythic tarot, so it's interesting that you have got these two women, the same woman showing up twice from these two completely different decks. Even we were shuffling and we were just putting them randomly. It's very cool. And also because your main energy is a moon goddess Artemis. In Greek mythology, Artemis was a protectress of Atlanta anyway. So I do feel that Pisces, spiritually speaking, you are going through a very cleansing period of time, right? This is showing that whatever that you want is very in tune with whatever your soul is asking for. And you could be very logical, very rational, very sort of like, using your intelligence, right, to decide your path. And that's also what your soul is calling you to do. I will also say one more thing to you. Sometimes the spiritual world is specifically, if I see a court card here, it could be talking about a deceased family member. This could be about someone who has passed away, right? Either recently or maybe, within this year or, last year, something not too far away. Yeah. The Queen of Swords and with Atlanta definitely talking about a female person because literally this is a queen. Okay. Now this could be about a deceased family member. Who is still, their soul is still there watching over you and trying to guide you, right? They're being very protective of you. And sometimes you might even be able to hear their words in your dreams. Sometimes this could also be about you go to a place, you see a sign or you see something and that reminds you something about them. So Pisces, I like this energy. It seems like, you guys, even though, we might feel lonely from time to time, you guys are not alone, at least not from your spirit guide in here. Okay. I have to say, I'm a little bit jealous. Not everyone will have this protective energy around you. So have confidence. You're not alone. And I just want to share one more quote I recently read, right, from the ancient the Persian philosopher Rumi. I think this has a lot to do with your Pisces because Pisces is fish, right? Two fish swimming in the ocean. And the thing that Rumi said goes like this. You are not a drop in the vast ocean, but you are the entire ocean in a single drop. I hope this makes sense to you guys. All right. Now, before we finish the session for you, we're going to pull one more card, okay, from the Oracle of the the Mythic Heroes, which is this deck, right? This is my own creation. Now, we're gonna pull one card from here just to look at one extra. Oh, okay, one extra, but something just flew out. I'm just gonna take this, okay? One extra advice for you guys from the universe. What other things you need to know for Pisces in September? Awesome. Thespians, okay? Leadership. Beautiful. Now, I really feel that, earlier I said this card is about your staunchly independent spirit, you being a rebel, you take control of your life. Pisces, you guys, this month, you guys are warrior, okay? Of course, like when I say you have your compassionate, you have your assault spot, right? But this month, the universe is really needing you to bring out that warrior spirit in you and to fight for what you want, right? And defend yourself and let people know your value, let people know your strength. And this is the reason why the Theseus is Theseus is an amazing hero from Greek mythology, and he was a fearless warrior who descended into the labyrinth and conquered and killed the monster Minotaur, and thus saved the entire the entire human from Athens. Because when Minotaur was there, every year people had to send their sons and daughters to Minotaur to be devoured by the monster. So this is that inner hero in your Pisces. Love this so much. All right. Now, this is your September reading, Pisces. Sending you a lot of love to you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Keep it up. See you next time.